fifth round packed with incidents, surprises and plenty of rivalries renewed. Burnley against Blackburn Rovers, the tackles flying in a red-hot Lancashire derby. Arsenal and Sheffield United continue their cup rivalry in a feisty encounter at Highbury. And at Goodison Park, an uneasy homecoming for Wayne Rooney. That's where we start as Everton entertain the cup holders, Manchester United. Just one talking point ahead of the game at Goodison. Everton did well out of the transfer of Wayne Rooney to Manchester United, but it didn't prevent a rough welcome for the young maestro back on Merseyside. Everton may have overachieved already this season, but United's form has been getting better and better at a time when they generally produce their best. Joseph Yobo and Gary Naismith came in at the back for the home side, and with Tim Cahill and James Beattie suspended, Leon Osman and Marcus Bent started in the forward roles. United left Ryan Giggs on the bench, and with Ruud van Nistelrooy and Louis Saha still on the way back from injury, Rooney was set to lead the line on his own. Commentary at Goodison from Peter Brackley.
Oh, well in, Keane. Broke that up so easily. Ronaldo. Player of such flair and imagination. He can strike a ball too. Really let it fly then, Ronaldo. Away from Carsley, but away from the goal as well. Phil Neville. This is Ronaldo trying his luck down the right. Certainly deceiving Kilbane. Wonderful play from Ronaldo. Great cross as well, and there's the opener from Quinton. Just to nudge it home. Got three in the box. And it was Fortune who attacked it in front of Hibbert. Wayne Rooney through on goal. Just timed his run superbly. No, he was onside. Rooney. Look how tight Yobo is on him. Here's Ronaldo. Dispossessed, but illegally. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Conceded by Arteta. The Spaniard on the Portuguese. Approaching the hour mark. It's Paul Scholes to hit it. Paul, reaction save, but on the follow-up, Cristiano Ronaldo, 2-0. Oh, frustration then for Nigel Martyn, who did really well to stop the first one, but he could do nothing about Ronaldo following in. They have the second goal. That makes it now very awkward indeed. David Weir. That was Osman. Oh, and something's been thrown from the crowd, and Roy Carroll fell to the ground then. Oh dear. Just what we don't want to see. Now, keep your eye on Roy Carroll here. Oh, you could see it there being thrown, whatever it was. United still working so hard to close Everton down. And Rooney's onside here. Wayne Rooney, who's got right through. Saved by Nigel Martyn. Clean through here. Kept going away from stops. But he can't beat Martyn. And I think that should be it. It is. No problem. We certainly haven't heard the last of Manchester United in the FA Cup. They are safely through, winners at Goodison Park by 2-0.
Charlton with a home draw against lower league opposition. It's always a recipe for trouble. This time Leicester would make it an unhappy afternoon at the Valley. Joey Gudjonsson's free kick was headed home by Nikos Dabizas on 38 minutes as Charlton's defenders stood and watched. The home side did equalise right on the stroke of half-time. Paul Konchesky's cross, Sean Bartlett finishing from close range. But Leicester were giving as good as they were getting. And in the very last minute, Dion Dublin flicked home the corner. An old head coming up trumps as Alan Kirbishley's Charlton, yet again, were embarrassed at home. These sides have served up plenty of incident and controversy in FA Cup meetings in recent years. This too looked like being a full-blooded encounter to relish. Arsenal's patchy form surely means the FA Cup's more of a priority than ever. Sheffield United's promotion hopes had taken a dent recently, but their appetite for cup football never seems to wane. A change in goal for Arsenal and an unfamiliar back four surely giving the visitors encouragement. Dennis Bergkamp was given the captain's armband and a new strike partner in Robin van Persie. Chris Morgan was suspended for Sheffield United. Derek Geary came in at the back. In midfield, this formation has been working well in the Cup. Andy Gray in a lone striker's role with Paul Shaw kept on the bench.
Andy Gray having a good season with Sheffield United. Well, here's Montgomery, and he's got clear here. Plenty of promise then for United. In the end, Almunia and his fellow defenders managed to smother it. But they've nearly caught napping then, Arsenal. And this inexperienced defence. Severos, who got himself into all sorts of difficulties. Oops, a free header! Just kept out by Almunia. No marking on Gray. I'm not sure Almunia knew too much about it initially. Really strong header. But he had a second bite at it and managed to scoop it out. Sort that lot out. Fabregas did. Well, Neil Barry says free kick to Arsenal, conceded by Montgomery. I think he's sent somebody off here. It's Dennis Bergkamp. Tackled by Montgomery. Free kick, says the referee. And then Bergkamp tries to push Kalip away, and he's poking a finger in his face. I wouldn't have thought with any contact, though. If that's all it was, I'm not sure that warrants a red card. Oh, it's gone in, is it? No, ruled out. Just for a moment there, Danny Kalip nudged it on. I thought the referee had blown, and indeed that was the case. Well, flicked on by Danny Kalip. Almunia was confident it wouldn't be given, and he was right. Amini, well located. He's got Perez to his right. Now Rez. Forced inside by Bromby. Perez, that little touch. Reyes again. Amini! Kenny! Perez! It's there! An Arsenal lead. Robert Perez. Kenny was up lucky. This is not through there. I think that's Montgomery who slipped. Great stop by Kenny, and he very nearly got the follow-up as well. And, well, for all his efforts, Kenny was finally beaten. It's a corner kick. Sheffield United's 6th. Can they make it count this time? Seagon. Very unconvincing. Beautiful handball. It's given. The ball definitely came down off an arm. And Sheffield United, in the last minute of the 90, have a penalty. It's there. It's 1-1. And they will feel it's no more than they deserve. Andy Gray. They'll have to do it all over again at Bramall Lane. Frustration for Arsene Wenger, but such joy for Neil Warnock and his team.
Few local rivalries in any corner of the English football landscape mean quite as much as this one in East Lancashire. It dates back to when Burnley and Blackburn were both founder members of the league. In recent times, Burnley have been struggling to emulate the more lofty status enjoyed by Blackburn, but this was the first cup meeting since 1960. Burnley recalled Gary Cahill, a defender, and gave Peter Whittingham a place in midfield, two youngsters on loan from Aston Villa. And Ian Moore, their top scorer and a man with a fine strike rate in the cup, returned up front. Blackburn, with a much tighter squad and tighter budget under Mark Hughes these days, they made one change, with Lucas Neal restored at right back in place of Aaron Makoena. Pedersen. Well, we haven't had a chance at either end yet, but the first 15 minutes have fairly fizzed by here at Turf Moor. That was the first chance. Jensen was never getting there, and it might have been Pedersen's head just guiding it over the top of the crossbar. Beautiful delivery from Savage. Well, it was travelling. Might yet get a strike on here, Burnley. Oh, nice idea. John McGreal found himself in unfamiliar territory in the opposition penalty area. Class in this build-up by Blackburn. It's still Emerton. It's a lovely turn. Inside Hyde. Pedersen and Savage over it. It is Pedersen. Had to get those big legs going, didn't he, Brian Jensen, to scramble across his goal, the big Dane. Just too much on it. Dickov, get those little legs going. Deflected ball in. Jensen got it second attempt. Might have gone anywhere and it hit the Dane in the chest. Little moment of fortune. It was a decent, threatening, menacing ball by Dickov. Keeping from Jensen. Tested him in the first half. That was probably an easier save. Pedersen with it. Three Burnley men patrolling near post. Jensen punched it down, not up and out. Robbie Savage, half chance here. They were trying to suck it into the goal there. The Blackburn throng behind the net, but it didn't end up in the net. And even though it is a goalless draw, honours satisfied, certainly for Steve Cottrell and his Burnley players, who've held their own. The result here, Burnley 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. Spurs fancy their chances strongly in this season's FA Cup. A home draw against strugglers from the league below, just what they were looking for. And they were even gifted the lead at White Hart Lane. Jermaine Defoe's free kick was straight at Forest stand-in keeper Colin Doyle, but the young man somehow spilled it over the line. But just like Leicester at Charlton, Forest simply refused to play the role allotted to them here. The mix-up between Ledley King and Paul Robinson presented Gareth Taylor with a tap-in and Forest with a deserved replay. At wintry St James's Park, Newcastle's big tie against Chelsea survived a pitch inspection, and the visitors with so many big games to play were probably most relieved their journey had not been in vain. Graham Souness had been quietly putting together a promising run of results. As for Chelsea chasing the title and 3 cup trophies, the test was surely bound to get bigger. Alan Shearer passed a fitness test to play in pursuit of cup glory in what shapes to be his last season. Patrick Kluivert named to partner him, Bramble and Boumsong the pairing at the back. Chelsea without the injured Arjen Robben, but resting a host of other first-choice players with one eye on the midweek trip to Barcelona. Still a lineup most other clubs would love to field. Let's join Peter Brackley once again.
Kahn. Here's Dicky Butt. Now Robert. Giving Newcastle that width they wanted. And it's in from Kluivert. Oh, what a stop for Newcastle. That's what I can do, he says. Really hasn't previously lived up to expectations. Maybe now this is going to be the day when he really announces his arrival on Tyneside. Super header, and it stunned Chelsea, not to mention their coach. Midway point in the first half, and this 5th round tie, the last of the weekend, is being shaded then by Newcastle. Chelsea not really imposing themselves so far. Let's see what they can do here. They've got a chance. Saw off the crossbar from Kejman. Oh, what an escape then for Newcastle. First time they've really threatened goals so far, Chelsea. And Kejman will look back on that and probably think he should have scored. But now it's Newcastle responding. Kieran Dyer has got Shearer in the middle, and Kluivert as well. That was Carvalho. Ginas. Too casual. Bridge can play it away. Jose Mourinho has seen enough. It's a triple change for Chelsea for the second half. Joe Cole has gone off. Jeremy and Thiago, Frank Lampard, Damien Duff and Eidur Gudjohnsen are all being introduced for this second half. So Kejman stays on, now in tandem with Gudjohnsen. Lampard as their chief support. Might be a different game now. This comes Alan Shearer. Oh dear. It was nasty then for Bridge. Carvalho wasn't happy. In fairness to him, I believe he tried to play the ball then, but he took the man. I don't think they're going to patch him up too easily, far from it. And they'll wish him a speedy recovery. Laviaro on to Kluivert. Amiobi onside, away from Kudachini, who surely brought him down. Was he the last man there? He was just in line then, Amiobi. He is sent off. Johnson composing himself. It's Robert. Oh, good save. It was straight at him, admittedly, but he still had to react. He knows it's all over. Still Chelsea persevering. Lampard. Well, that's it. Newcastle have done it. And Chelsea's dream of winning 4 trophies is over.
Another all-Premiership meeting at the Reebok as Bolton looked to make home advantage pay and Fulham found themselves drawn away for the 3rd game running. Bolton's form had picked up spectacularly since the turn of the year, while Fulham's replay win against Derby last week was a welcome relief, even if they did need extra time. Nicky Hunt, injured in the 4th round win at Oldham, made a surprise return for Bolton at right back. Vincent Condella made a first start at left back, and Fadiga, Hierro and Pedersen all returned. Alan Goma returned to Fulham's back 4, a 5-man lineup in midfield with Rajinski and Boamorte aiming to support Andy Cole, but 2 more strikers on the bench in McBride and John if needed. Hierro. Right in front of the referee. Legwinski the culprit. All the grace and elegance of the maestro still intact. Half chance here for Bolton. Goal for Bolton! Kevin Davis on 10 minutes. And the smile is as broad as the town of Bolton. Nice forward move, interchange with Pedersen. Fulham a little slow to react. And how they're punished for it. Just a little step over by the striker. Fed back into his path by Pedersen. Van der Sar beaten on his near post. Lee Clark here. Did well. Radzinski. That's more like it. Excellent work from Jääskeläinen. It's been a long time coming. The keeper for Bolton has been a spectator for large parts of the afternoon. Had to work here. Alan Goma. Papa Bouba Diop. Knight, loose. Might have played Bolton into a huge advantage here. JJ Okocha. What a miss. What a miss by Henrik Pedersen. What a let-off for Fulham. That could have been the clinching moment in this FA Cup fifth round tie, and doesn't he know it? Are Fulham to save themselves? Van der Sar's galloped into the opposition penalty area too. What a block on the line! Fulham were that close. Jääskeläinen's grabbed it. Klaus Jensen against his former club denied. But it was so close. McBride was in there too. Bolton bodies throwing themselves at the ball here. Just there. What a block that is. He thinks it should be time up now. They've done it. Bolton are into the sixth round of the FA Cup. But to say it was hard work is an understatement. The round when the lower league clubs hit back. Sheffield United and Burnley, Brentford and Nottingham Forest all earning deserved replays, and Leicester winners at Charlton. Chelsea's dreams of 4 trophies ended at Newcastle. From me, Paul Dempsey, till next time, goodbye.